One of the biggest kicks in the head that I ever got as a parent of two was when I realized that a lot of the successful things that I did in parenting for my first kid didn't always necessarily translate over for my second kid. Now granted, the building blocks for the what in my parenting remained the same, but the how was different. How do I show that she's loved? How do I show that she's appreciated? How do we show how to have fun? How do we show how to follow the rules and make sure that we're safe? Those are different because, to no one's surprise, they're two completely different people with different life experiences, how their brain works, how they process emotions, how they think about things. So it really shouldn't be any surprise that if you take two people with ADHD, although their whats may be the same, their hows have the potential to be extremely different. How they behave when their dopamine is low, how they behave when their dopamine is high, how they seek dopamine, how they drain dopamine, how they take in information, how they learn best, how they are motivated best, how they are discouraged best. All of those things, just like two different kids that you're raising, are going to be completely different between two different people potentially when it comes to their ADHD and how it affects their daily lives. And I'm saying this to anybody with ADHD for two reasons. The first reason is, even if you're the only one that you know that has ADHD, no one else in your life has it, it's just you're still taking in information from somewhere, right? From talks or from symposiums or from social media or whatever. You're still trying to learn about how to have a better life as a person with ADHD, and you might be frustrated if you try and do things that people suggest and they don't work. Well, just like anybody in the world, whether they're two siblings or two people with ADHD, we're all wired slightly differently. So something that doesn't work for you might work for somebody else and vice versa. So if you're trying something out and it's not working, don't discourage yourself and say, I have ADHD, but mine is a special kind of broken that just doesn't reply to any kind of techniques or lifestyle changes. If you're learning about ADHD and you see the pattern for the what's established and you know what the what's are, change your hows and see if it helps. Reason number two, whether you have ADHD or not, if you have a shared life in some sense with another person or people that have ADHD, a very close friend or family member, a spouse, a child, and you're trying to help them with their ADHD, and you're frustrated because either the information that you're learning or what you know about yourself, if you have it, is not translating over, see back to point one. I have ADHD and so does my daughter. And even with all that I knew, it was still challenging in the beginning to try and help her navigate that because I was still trying to directly apply everything that I knew about myself to her. And it just doesn't work that way sometimes. This is especially true for spouses or partners or girlfriends or boyfriends that have ADHD. Just because you know the information or because it helps you does not mean it's going to translate over directly. It's important that you guys work together to have the best relationship that you can have with their experiences to help them. Your what's and your hows are equally important, but there's a high guarantee that they will not be the same.